I kind of wanted to jump in real quick and talk about Amazon indexing now. Going over what Amazon indexing is, why you need to be doing, Amazon index checks, things like that. So first off, what Amazon indexing is, or what it means, or what that concept means. So indexing means that it comes back from, or it kind of started during the early days of search engines. Indexing would mean that like a search engine spider would go out and it would index your website, which would mean that it would find your website and then find the data on your website and then rank it and things like that. Well, Amazon works the same way, except in this case, we're not indexing websites, we're indexing products. So Amazon will go through and go through all the products that get submitted, and then they'll index those products. Now, what that means is they'll go through and find out things like the photo, the title, the bullet points, the description. It looks at all of those things and tries to come up with relevancy or a rank for all the keywords that are included in that listing. So that's what Amazon indexing is. And the reason why it's really important is depending on how the algorithm sees your listing, that's how you're going to rank when people search for specific keywords. So I'm going to give you some quick tips on how to make sure that you're indexing for your important keywords and how to check it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, of course, find out what your most important keywords and phrases are. If possible, you want to look for keywords with the most volume and the least amount of competition. There are a couple of ways to do that. The easiest way and the cheapest way, and the way that I do it myself, is I built a Chrome extension, and then we also released it to all of our users, and they can use it for free as well. It's if you want to get it, if you don't have it yet, it's tiny.cc/KW tool. That's a short link that'll take you to the Google Chrome Web Store. You can install the extension. Once you have the extension installed, open up your Seller Central account in a separate tab. And once you have that going, then you can start searching in the keyword tool. Now, what you want to do is when you're using that keyword tool is you want to enter seed keywords. So what seed keywords are just keywords that people would normally enter to search for your product. So say if you were doing water bottle, you might want to do water bottle as one of the keywords, maybe dual layer water bottle or insulated water bottle, maybe all three of those. If you had a insulated water bottle that you're trying to index for and to get some keyword ideas for. So what you'd want to do is you'd want to start that search. Once you get the results, you can see the volume of those keywords. And then the other thing you can do is you can also hit the competition button. What we'll do then is we'll go and pull competition. So you'll see how many other products are ranking for those keywords, are showing up in search for those keywords. Now, why that's important is, what you want to look for is the highest volume with the least amount of competition. That's going to give you the best chance to rank for those keywords and also the best chance to get sales through those keywords. Those are also the best keywords to use, say for offsite traffic, two-step URLs, like if you're using the Traffic Titan tool, those are some good keywords to use. So once you start getting keywords, some things to take note in. Number one, you want your most important phrases in your title. You want those most important phrases also to show up at least in one or two bullet points. And then you also want those important phrases to show up somewhere in the description. Our recommendation is to always repeat important phrases 3 times throughout your listing. If you can't get it into the title because that space is limited, then you're going to want to repeat it at least once or twice in the description or in the bullet points, and then once again in the description. You, of course, want to try to keep your listing very readable. That's important. You don't want it to look spammy, but you also want to try to get as many keywords and important phrases into your listing as possible. So that's the first thing you want to do. Now, once you get that completed, then you're going to want to use an index checker. If you're a member of Seller SEO, you can use the index checker. If you're a member of a different service that provides an index checker, that might be something you want to try. The other way to do it, which there's been some argument back and forth about whether this is a reliable way to do it or not. In my case, it still seems fairly reliable. Is to just add your ASIN into the Amazon search box, followed by the keyword, and if your product shows up, you're indexed for it. If it doesn't, then you're not. If it ends up that you're not indexed for it, some troubleshooting that you're going to want to do is move that keyword to a different place in your listing. So if that keyword's not indexing, and say it's in your second bullet point, like in the second or third sentence, you might want to bring it up closer to the beginning of the bullet point. Generally, keywords and phrases in the beginning of the field, so the beginning of the title, the beginning of the bullet points, the beginning of the description, are going to carry the most weight when it comes to Amazon indexing and ranking, and taking notice of those keywords. So the keywords that are in the front side of those fields will get the most importance. So if you're not indexing, you might want to try to add that phrase somewhere else in the listing. And also, if that's not working, then you're going to want to move that phrase or keyword to more of the beginning of one of those fields. Something else to recognize or know when you're doing these edits is generally in the Amazon catalog, you won't see the change for at least 15 minutes. 15 minutes is usually the minimum. So if you make a title change or change in the description and you want to go back and check to see if it's indexed, you want to wait at least 15 minutes. It can sometimes take longer than that, but generally 15 minutes seems like a pretty good gauge on when that data is going to get updated. So, and what you do is you would just keep going back and forth for phrases, and you'd want to go for the most important phrases and work your way back. You want to try to get as many phrases indexed as possible. And once you get indexed, that's when you want to start sending PPC and offsite traffic, and trying to rank organically for those keywords. Now, there are sometimes ways to force Amazon into indexing keywords. That's where you kind of get one way to do it is you can pull up Amazon PPC and bid extremely high on that keyword. And that will hopefully force Amazon to show that ad for your product. And but the caveat there is if you don't get any sales, you might end up spending a lot of money and not getting that sale through that keyword. Once you get a sale through a keyword, generally Amazon will index you for that keyword almost no matter what, unless it's like another user or another product's brand name or some weird reasoning. You might not get indexed for it, but generally that's how you can force it. Another way to force it is to get creative with your two-step URLs and offsite URLs to try to filter and force using an ASIN field to force a keyword to get indexed. That's a whole other ball game. Maybe I'll do a different video on that. But this is just I wanted to show you how to check your Amazon indexing and make sure that you're indexing on Amazon. Once again, I'm Andy from SellerSEO.com. If you haven't tried SellerSEO.com, please do. We have a 30-day trial. No questions asked. If you want to quit, you can quit anytime. And we don't think you will, though, because the tools that we're putting out are like nothing else anybody else has. We have a couple of really cool new tools. One's called Pandora, which is a reverse ASIN tool, so you can get all the keywords of your competitors, what they're converting for. And instead of having to enter their ASINs, which a lot of other websites make you do, all you need to do is enter their a main keyword. We pull all your competitors for you and then give you those lists of keywords. Another tool that we just released recently is called Daydream, which lets you turn your PPC on and off during certain times of day, which saves you a lot of money and gets you a better ROI on your PPC. Last but not least, we have the Traffic Titan. That's where a lot of people are really excited on. A lot of people are seeing a lot of great results with that. And that's our automated two-step offsite traffic generator. We not only build the two-step URLs for you, we also let you create the campaigns directly from within the tool, and then it sends off to Google for ads. So we took a process that would take you manually like an hour or two down to about 5 to 10 minutes. So like I said, we have a 30-day free trial. If you haven't tried it, check it out. It's going to change your business. And if it doesn't, you can either cancel and not continue, or get in touch with us. We'll help you and show you how these tools are going to help you convert, make more sales, and pretty much just dominate on Amazon. What's fun to watch is some of our members coming on board, see the results, and send me messages, and that's a lot of fun. If anybody wants to see those testimonials or how it's working for other people, just let us know. We'll drop some photos in the comments. All right. Happy Monday. You guys have a great one. Thanks for watching. And once again, this is Eddie from SellerSEO.com. Have a great one.